building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A play fake. Now Cunningham. And Thomas has it.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A handoff for Gibson.
A strong running. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
2nd down at 4. On the draw, it's Gibson.
Dances by him. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Washington.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
On 1st and 10, Frost. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Frost. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. That's to the former Giant, Odell Beckham.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Barkley. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Frost finds his tight end Ingram. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. And the Giants send out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Gibson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Gibson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Frost.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Gets around him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Frost. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 82 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Not much there, only a yard. On second down, Barkley.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
To throw on second down, Frost. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, Frost. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble, then recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but
I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Cunningham.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Here's Cunningham.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Cunningham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 19.
And the Giants are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Frost, he sets to fire deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Giants.
Kadarius Toney,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes this Washington 28, Giants 25.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Cunningham looking to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good for Washington. First and 10.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And yet again, it's McLaurin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Cunningham. He completes it to Beckham. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
On 4th down, Cunningham eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 131 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half, but now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. He's back to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Gano the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye